All right, what's going on, guys? Dan Watson, and this is the new DJI mic, and I'm actually pretty crazy excited about this because last year I picked up these. These are the wireless go-tos from Rode, and these have completely transformed how I record audio. I mean, having something literally this small with internal mics in them, and there's just so many mounting options and uses for these. I've literally hooked these to anything from using them from lab mics to putting them on car visors to just hooking them to a podium to get audio anywhere. Plus, with internal recording, it means that I'm never worried about having a backup because I always have one. So if these lose connection to my camera, if I wasn't recording on my camera, I can always pick up the audio from these directly. So yeah, this is game changing for me. And now we have a brand new player in the mix, DJI. And this has some new awesome features that might just take these to the next level. But also, I just did some crazy awesome shoots, so new video dropping soon. So appreciate the sub. Definitely hit me up on IG if you want to see some BTS in action of what's going on next. So when I actually picked up the Rode Wireless Go-Tos, other than the pretty small size, these were definitely smaller than I expected them to be, the hardware was just kind of okay to me. But when you pick up the DJI mic, it feels like you're getting a massive upgrade on this. So first of all, everything comes in this charging case, which is actually a lot more than a charging case because you don't need 3 USB cables to plug into each of these to charge them. You just throw them all in the case. And this has a 2600 milliamp hour battery inside of it. So if you're shooting a wedding all day or just doing an all day shoot, need wireless mics for it, and you need to charge these up midday, you can literally just throw them in here. And it has enough battery power to actually charge all 3, the transmitters and the receiver, from dead probably twice and then some without having to actually plug these in. And then if you do want to, it's just a single USB-C cable. Plus these pair automatically every time you put them in the charging case. Yeah, overall, the way that this works functionality-wise is amazing. Now, when it comes to the units themselves, these are incredibly small. They're actually a decent amount smaller than the wireless go-tos, which I already thought were small. The other thing that you're going to notice is that the receiver itself is also just a bit smaller, and it has a touch screen versus just a regular screen on the wireless go-tos. The touch screen is going to mean that you have access to a lot of your settings and being able to control them right from the device, whereas this one you would actually have to plug it in to a computer or use the app on a phone in order to have that. Plus you actually have a headphone output on the new DJI mic, but you do not have that on the Rode Wireless Go-Tos. But probably the biggest thing for me is that the screen on the Rode is located on the top. So if I have these mounted on a tripod camera that's usually high up in the air at a wedding or something like that, I can't see the screen at all. I have no idea what's going on with it. So usually I just end up plugging this in and the whole thing is just dangling like this so that I can look at the screen. This one right here actually has it so that you can mount it in the camera just like this, and you have the screen right here on the back. It is so easy to access your settings, make modifications, or just see your levels that you're recording on. And we're going to get into some of what you can see on this too. But having that was just a night and day difference for me. So if you're using this in most situations with cameras on tripods where you're not looking at the top of the camera, this is going to be a massive difference in practicality. Now, really the only hardware issue I had with these was the transmitter control. So you have a power button, a link button, and the record button. And the record button is really awesome because yes, these have 8 gigs of internal storage in them. So you can record right to these. You don't need to have these outputting to this and plug this into a camera if you don't want to. I'm recording right now just with this, even though the receiver is not plugged into anything. But how I like to use these most of the time is using that internal recording as a backup option in case I lost signal or in case I wasn't recording on the camera. But there is no hold button to keep that record button from accidentally being pressed. And I don't see any way of actually locking it so that doesn't happen. I mean, the good news is that, you can kind of smack this, rub it against something, and even all this, I have not activated that record button. However, it is not impossible that a groom throws this in his pocket or something like that and sits down and just manages to hit that. However, it could be updated via firmware that we could just double tap or triple tap the power button and that will initiate a lock sequence that will stop this. Now, what's interesting is the receiver has a feature like this. So you can actually hit that record button and that will lock this screen so you don't accidentally touch it while operating. So that's a really nice feature. They have that on their gimbals as well. So please, DJI, give us that option via a firmware update. The good thing is that you can actually see if that mic is recording right from the receiver. And the biggest thing is that you can actually trigger recording straight from the receiver. So not only can I just hit record if it gets accidentally disabled by the groom or something like that, or Talon, whoever's wearing the mic, I no longer even have to hit record when I give this to them. I can just give them this mic and then remotely engage the recording whenever I want. You can also mute the devices. You can mute them individually, which again, so many cases where this comes in handy. It's just amazing. You can also record it locally while muting it at the camera. It also has some haptic feedback inside of these. So when you do hit record, you know you hit record. Plus, something that's really cool is the back actually comes with a magnet. So you can actually just use this to mic it to your shirt or mount it to your shirt just like that. Or this is now magnetic. So if you find something that is magnetic, you can just stick it on it and you can mount these literally anywhere. So I'm telling you, the versatility of something like this is just absolutely incredible. And when it comes to the actual sound quality, so first of all, I usually do not use these mics like this. I will usually have these hooked to a nice quality lav mic and have these plugged in and have the lav mic mounted to a groom or to my Talent or anything like that. The only time I would use them like this is if my lav mic broke or if I just wanted ambient audio or like a backup of something like this. But I want you guys to be able to hear the sound quality difference between the DJI mic internally and the Rode Wireless Go 2s. So I'll have these both set up while I tell you about Soundstripe, which just happens to be a subscription-based royalty-free music and sound effects library. And since they're sponsoring this video, I've got a hookup for you with 15% off your subscription. So what's really awesome about Soundstripe is they actually have 3 available products with music, sound effects, and video. So everything you need is right here. You can sign up for a subscription if for music only, if that fits you better. So just look at how many different filters you have to select your music. I mean, this is insane to me, but a few of my favorite tricks right here is searching by key. So if I have one song as an opener and I want to make sure that my second song kind of matches that same key when I mix them together, I can do that. But my favorite right here is the Exclude button. And this is because I can't tell you how often I'm searching for something, but I don't know exactly what I'm looking for, but I'll hear like a country song and I know I'm not looking for country for this project, so I can just hit the Exclude button and bam, this filtered a bunch of different music that didn't fit with my project at all. So if you've not checked out Soundstripe yet, go ahead and sign up for a free trial, or you can use my coupon code Learning Cameras and get 15% off your subscription today. While you're at it, hit the comments and let me know which of these mics you preferred the most. Now the DJI mic does have a few features that I personally don't use all that much, but are really cool. So first of all, inside this charging case, you will be able to mount these straight to your phone if you want to record locally to your phone. And inside of this case are both Android USB-C cables and iPhone cables, and they store really nicely right in here. So if you lose these, that's definitely your fault. Can't blame DJI for that. They've actually made it really nice to be able to store those inside. Now you can record these in mono with a safety track, or in stereo if you're using just one of these. And if you're using both transmitters, you can also record mono with both coming in to the same channels, or you can record left and right. So one unit will come into the right channel, one unit will come into the left. That way in post, you can change the levels independently and then mix these later. The only thing to keep in mind is that the safety track is only -6 dB, so not too much safety there, but you also get gain control, headphone control, low cut filters, and just a ton more settings on these. So I'll definitely give the win to DJI for the interface and just how easy it is to control and change these settings on the fly. However, there are a few extra settings that you can control on the Rodes. You'll just have to plug these into a computer or connect them to an app. Now DJI, this is a company that makes drones, not wireless microphones. So I'm kind of wondering why they are making these, unless They know that they have a really good technology for direct Wi-Fi connections between like drone controllers and drones that they think they can use to be able to create the best Wi-Fi transmitter. So I'm guessing these are going to have better wireless range than Rode, who makes mainly microphones and not transmitters. They also make a headphone for whatever reason, but this is something I really wanted to test out. So the first thing I found out is that if you have both of these powered on and plugged in next to each other, you'll have connection issues right from the start. So don't plan on using these side by side without issues. And I've been using the Rode Wireless Go 2s for a while now, so I kind of know they tend to really do well when the talent is stationary or walking towards me, but they crap out really quickly when someone is walking away. So I had my son walk away and just tell me whatever facts he could think of, because he's at that age where he just loves spouting off things that he's learned. And yeah, the test confirmed that I was getting, I don't know, maybe 50 feet away before I just started getting completely unusable sound in the signal because it was just cutting off like crazy.
But spiders are usually... Yeah, spiders are not insects.
And maybe about 150 feet before I started to lose connection completely. But if a subject is still, I really don't have any connection issues within that, say, 150 foot range. Now, the same test with the DJI mic, again, had a very similar thing where I was having issues with him walking away, but it started a bit later, and instead of being completely unusable, it was more of just the occasional glitch. So definitely an improvement.
They're related to dinosaurs, so they're pretty strong reptiles.
So I would say the DJI was comfortably holding signal at least 250 feet away, as long as he was stationary or walking towards me. So then I had him walk around my house to basically simulate the subject being around an obstacle or maybe in a different room completely. And on the roads, as soon as I lost that line of sight, I completely lost signal. Thankfully, it regained that signal back as soon as he came into that line of sight again, but I had absolutely no signal once he started walking around the house. Now, on the other hand, with the DJI mic, I had signal the entire time, and it wasn't until he reached basically that furthest point away where I started to lose it to maybe an unusable level, but I don't think it ever really disconnected. It was just kind of glitching out a little bit. So again, much better range performance from the DJI mic. So maybe DJI knew what they were doing with creating wireless transmitters. So obviously the big question is which one of these you should actually buy. And what's interesting to me is that when the DJI mic first came out, the reviews on this were a bit lackluster. And that surprised me because the more I've been field testing these in anything from like weddings to YouTube videos to talent, it has really impressed me with what you're able to do with the DJI mic. It pretty much has come out as a clear winner for me. Just being able to record and control your settings straight from the screen, triggering recording straight from the receiver, this well-designed charging case for all-day shoots on it, having these magnetic mounts that you can just throw on them anywhere. It's just a pretty easy win for me. And really the only issue, these are a tiny bit more expensive and you can't buy like a DJI lav mic. So you have to buy your own lav mics if you want to use these. Whereas Rode, you can buy these without lav mics or you can buy them with the Rode lav mics. And they're not bad mics. I personally have changed them out, but they're not horrible mics on that one. And overall, I've just really appreciated just the smaller size and capabilities of these DJI mics, but definitely let me know what you guys are thinking. The only downside for me, again, is that record button, that being able to accidentally trigger that, and it really hasn't happened in real life. I'm just afraid that it could. Plus, I can always re-trigger it from the receiver, but DJI, you could fix this via firmware, so please do that. Definitely let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments below. I've got a ton of stuff coming up, so stay tuned. Feel free to hit me up in the comments or on IG, and I'll see you guys soon in a new video.